All right, I think I gave you the citizens login information, including the website link. You basically have to sign in twice, uh, two sets of logins. So if I haven't sent you the stuff, let me know. But first set will go here. I mean, mine's saved to the computer already. You're going to have to initially type it all in, username and password that I'll give you, and then um, you'll go on. You'll be on this screen. So for quotes, you're always going to do policy center. Then it's going to go to the second sign in, where you're going to have to put the email address that I give you, and there's a password associated with that, and then sign in for a second time. Then you're going to click send verification code, which that code will go to my email. You can just let me know that you sent it, and I'll take a look at my email and let you know what it is. All right, let's see. Second. I'm going to lose this lead that I have, so because this is the example we're going to use. All right, so let me take that little code, paste it here, which I'll be giving you the code. Click verify code. Then it's going to show his email address again, then click continue. And it should get you in where you can actually start quoting with citizens, unless the website's down today, which certainly happens on the weekends with sorry ass citizens. All right, so when you first get started, you're going to click the account drop down button. You're going to click new account and then uncheck these three boxes. First name, so whatever information that you have for the lead, this is where you're going to start putting it. I'm just going to copy it out of this email. Whatever her name is. Aisha. All right, so let's see. So Aisha, I feel like remembering this, but Pena. Aisha, Pena, City, Port St. Lucie. You'll need to unlock your phone. Shut up, Siri. I wasn't talking to you. All right. Zip code 34952. Click. I mean, it's going to populate, and then just click search, and then create new account. And then it's going to be a person every time, person. Then it's a more extensive list of information that you need to fill out. So I always just click mobile right here. You can leave prefix alone. And then if you're going to select primary phones mobile, then you're going to go over to mobile phone line. I'm just going to copy what they have here. Put the mobile number in. Obviously, if I give you the info, you can put it in. If not, just put my stuff there. Looks like this is the email. Email.com. Address. Let's see. Copy. Paste. The city's already filled in because you did that on the first screen. State, zip, county will populate. Address. Always hit the drop down button here and click standardize. And it's just basically making sure this address is valid. So click accept standardized. Website, just leave that crap alone. Person type, it's going to be an individual unless otherwise stated. But every once in a while there might be individual like a trust or something like that. But I'll let you know if that happens. Click update. And then now you're going to go to actions, diagonal arrow, new submission. Change this from full application. You don't want it in full application mode because if you put it in that mode, you're going to have to answer a zillion questions. And the only time it goes into full application mode is if they decide to buy it. And then we have to go into full application mode. So for the purposes of quoting, you're just going to do quick quote. Do the select next to the personal residential because we're not allowed to do commercial with citizens. And here you're going to select the perils. Always do multi-peril. Are you quoting contents only? Always no. Select the structure being covered. This depends on if I'm giving you a mobile home, a condo unit, or a house would be a dwelling. So dwelling is the house. Policy type, I'll always tell you that what that's going to be. In this case, it's going to be an HO3. Then you're going to click next. Leave everything alone on this page. Just click when it says apply no prior insurance surcharge, click no. Unless I tell you that they have no prior insurance, then you're going to put yes. But I'll give you that information. Otherwise, just always put no. So click next. On this screen, the only thing you're touching is where it says property information. You're going to hit the drop down button that says retrieve. Let it do its thing. It circles around and it re-verifies the address again. It pulls like what wind zone they're in, protection class, distance from the fire station. It pulls all of this stuff automatically. So you click accept returned address. So now you don't have anything else to fill out because it pulled it all already. So hit next. Then this is a replacement cost estimator. The replacement cost has to be estimated. In order to do that, you're going to click calculate. So here on this screen, don't worry about touching anything. The only thing I would say is like sometimes citizens will populate the construction type wrong. It may put masonry and when it's actually frame or vice versa. So what I would do if I was you is always run, the quotes, obviously with the rater, minus citizens because I can't get it in there. And whatever the rater tells you as far as pulling stuff from the property appraiser site, the construction type is, make sure it matches on citizens. And the way you would do that is where it says exterior walls. You're just going to make sure it matches whatever it says on the property appraiser from whatever quote Rush pulled. So I'm just going to leave this one at masonry frame. Masonry plane, whatever it says there. And then leave everything else alone. Hit finish, save, close. And here you're going to do finish. It populates the 315,500 for you. Always just round up to the next whole number. So I'm just going to do 316,000. Other structures, always put it at 2%. Personal property has to be 25% of 300 of whatever coverage A is. So it will require you to do a little bit of math, break out your little calculator there, and do 316,000 times 0.25, which is 25%, equals 79,000. Has to be 25% of coverage A, otherwise it's not going to let you go to the next screen. Over here, all of the payrolls, always select 2,500 and then do 2% for hurricane. Nothing else needs to be touched. Hit next. All of these need to say, so the first one needs to say dwelling. The next one, it depends on if it's rental or owner occupied. And I'll always tell you that. So in this circumstance, owner occupied, it's a primary, unless otherwise noted. Identify all months unoccupied, click none. What proof of primary residence is available? Hit this button, and you're going to do Florida driver's license. They require that to make sure it's their primary residence. Otherwise, they charge you a surcharge. Over here, just always do none, none, and none. Click next. Number of stories should populate for you automatically. If not, you'll have to look at a picture of it. The number of units in the building, if it's a house, it's usually 1. If it's a duplex, it's 2. If it's a triplex, it's 3, so on down the line. Year built populates. Construction site or type should populate after you use the RCE. Number of units in fire division should always be 1, unless it's a duplex, then it's 2. Triplex, 3, and so on down the line. BCEGS grade will already populate. Click the tab that says WLM, win loss mitigation. So if I'm telling you to run a citizen's quote, then I'm going to give you the values for these sections. Now, one of these days I'll teach you how to read one of these forms. This is a wind mitigation. For now, I'm just going to I'll read it myself, but I'll try to give you the values on here. So it's FBC, DEC C,